Hey, ba-dum-bum-bum-ba-da-da-da. Hey, welcome to Stomp the Idiot. I am the idiot, aka the huge one, Dave Coco from CocoSports.com or KOCOSports.net. It's where the world comes to kick ass, your home for combat sports and all, where it's okay to be a passionate fan. And you've heard of WWE Week, you've heard of Hanukkah. Well, on this channel, it's Andy Paps Week. If you want to be part of Stump the Idiot, just go to Twitter at Coco Sports, send us a question, and we'll try to make a video on it. We're trying to make a comeback in 2018, and this is one of the ideas we thought we'd have. And Andy Paps stepped up, so if this show takes off, I appreciate it. Andy Paps gave us 5 questions, and I'm trying to get all 5 done. Okay, question. Who should the NWA book? He's really into this NWA stuff. It's so funny, too, because the NWA shows get the least amount of views, but yet so many NWA promoters get so pissed at me for talking about it. Hope Mr. Smashing Pumpkins, please turn the NWA around. Who should the NWA book next to challenge Nick Aldis, aka Magnus, I added the aka, for the NWA Championship? I would go, and I'm looking at the list on Wikipedia right now, of all the old champions. I would have them go and, be like, I'm the greatest NWA champ. And anyone who's healthy enough to still be able to wrestle that's on this list, like a Haggis, a Rob Conway, a Kojima, Conway again, Tenzai, Jack Dane, even though I don't know much about him, and Tim Storm. I would just have him where he can go down the list, and anybody you can get from the TNA days, and patch it up with Adam Pearce and Colt Cabana. Anybody that you can get on this list, I would just get it on the list and make it where it's like, hey, we remember our history. But free agent wise, anyone on the New Japan roster. New Japan is taking off. New Japan, I remember there would be a time where I would talk about New Japan on the radio and no one gave a shit. I would tweet about it, no one gave a shit. On my radio show, I remember YouTubers now who suck New Japan off. I remember when I used to cover New Japan, they'd be like, why do you cover this? No one cares. And now New Japan is taking off, and the NWA, it's kind of a laughingstock in most cities in America, but not in Japan. Japan still respects the NWA, and they can work something out where they can go to Japan and get the big stars to fucking wrestle. And not only that, but there's some free agents. I don't know Ricochet's contract, but Ricochet, Ibushi, these are great guys. Even Kojima, Tenzai, anybody on the New Japan roster would be great. I would try to connect with New Japan as much as possible because A, they're willing to work with other people, and B, Japan loves the NWA. So I would definitely hit up those guys, a lot of the older guys, and just try my hardest to bring it back. But the big thing is just getting the content out there. Getting the content out there so people can watch it. I think the next challenger, if I had to pick just one, I would probably say Ibushi because he's a free agent and he would be an amazing match. Not all that, but your champion would have to show. It would be your champion defending the NWA title against one of the best high-flying wrestlers. Fuck that. One of the best wrestlers going today. And he's a free agent, make it happen. But if I was the NWA, I would just try to get on that New Japan bandwagon, and I would just try to get. You have to get the content out, okay? Us reading about Nick Aldis is awesome. How do we go about watching it? And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's an NWA world. Maybe there's that. But I have no fucking idea, and I'm a huge wrestling fan. So yeah, and then all that, but. I wouldn't. I know this goes against everything business-wise, Mr. Smashing Pumpkins. I would give away a lot of the content for free at first. Because here's the thing. Let's say you do have a network, and most likely you have a network. Everyone has a network. I already buy WWE Network. I already buy New Japan World. And every now and then I'll dabble in Ring of Honor. I don't know if I would pay for an NWA network. You have to entice me. You have to show me something. I have to actually be excited. So, dear Mr. Smashing Pumpkins, get the content out there. Have him wrestle as many old champions as you can. And he can be like, I'm the greatest champion ever. Make sure he's defending the title. Make sure it's seen. Make sure to put it, if you can get it on Ring of Honor, which probably you won't be able to, but if you can get it onto any television shows, get it on television shows. If you can get it on New Japan and Access TV and anything you can do get the word out is more important. But as far as a challenger goes, Ibushi. Ibushi should be the next challenger. But hell, I'm just hoping that the NWA takes off again because I loved it as a kid and I don't want it to be a laughing stock. Because here's the thing, real talk, Coco Sports and NWA have a lot in common. They both suck right now. I'm not gonna fucking lie to you. But they used to be awesome in my life. I used to love Coco Sports. I used to love the NWA. I would love to see both of us not suck. That's what I'd love to see. Because I'm at the point when it comes to Coco Sports and NWA, I have the same thing. If it's gonna suck, we might as well not do it. If you're Mr. Smashing Pumpkins, if the NWA is going to suck, let's just not do it. Ibushi would be great. And if you got any questions, send them on Twitter at Coco Sports. We're hoping to make a comeback just like the NWA. And check out Coco Plays. And with that, oh yeah, and I also have a book, Operation Freak Show. I got to get better at plugging stuff. I'm really horrible at that. I'm like, I got a book. I got a fucking Watch channel. You fucking know. There's a Twitter account. You know what's up. Like, comment, subscribe. With that, I love you, Andy Paps. And with that, I am over. Bum, 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 bum.